Welcome to City Bricks, and today we're going to be talking everything LEGO lighting, from pros to cons, so if that interests you, make sure to stick around. And we're going to jump right into the pros. Or should I say pro, because there's only one, and it's got to be looks. I think adding lighting just adds so much life to the city, really makes it pop. Not that this looks bad by any means, but the lights, that's why I do it. Purely for looks. Lighting even looks amazing on individual sets, even if you don't have a city. Now that's going to lead us to our first con, and I think what's keeping most people away is definitely pricing. Now there are cheap ways to do it. I actually started off using Brick Loot, and I lit this apartment and bookstore up with it. It was a strand of 4 lights for about $7, and there's no lights next to the door, as well as the lamp isn't lit up, but you kind of get what you pay for. And another cheap alternative is what I've been doing over in this area, where I've been buying individual LEDs to do my own lighting. I've been getting my LEDs from Bevan's Bricks. Really good deal. He's got the power supply, everything like that. And that's actually how I lit up this gas station, as well as this alleyway. Now that alleyway took about 20 different LEDs, and behind there is just kind of a mess, but more on that later. Now, another option that I think most people use, as well as myself, is lighting kits. And I get all of my lighting kits from Game of Bricks, basically because they're way cheaper than their competitors. They're also a pretty high quality. And that's actually how I lit up most of my modular buildings. This garage, the police station, Daily Bugle, everything except for the Sanctum Sanctorum, this bookstore and apartment, and then this pet shop were lit up with Game of Bricks. Now, most of the lighting kits from Game of Bricks will run you from like $30 to $50 for your normal modulars and up to $90 for those bigger ones. That's cheaper than their competitors, so keep that in mind, and let's move on to con number 2, which has to go to the installation process. Most of these installations can be done in about an hour, but using Game of Bricks, it makes it a little more difficult because their instructions are kind of hard to find, as well as they only use pictures. They're not too hard to follow, but finding them is pretty difficult. And finally, the third con number 3 to LEGO lighting, is wire management. I brought it up a little bit earlier today, but hiding these wires is a pain. For me, most of my wire management is behind buildings or under the roads, and I think I'm getting a little bit better at that. But for example, this Grand Emporium was one of the first buildings that I lit up, and there's just a mess of wires in there. I really need to take it out and do a better job at hiding them. Wiring can also prevent some playability, like opening it up, but that can be fixed by adding some of these magnet strips to it. It just makes it easier to take the building apart and put back together. However, most of the lighting kits don't come with it, so that's something you would have to buy extra. All in all, I think that the singular pro definitely outweighs the cons, or I wouldn't be doing my lighting this way. I hope you found this video helpful and learned something. Have a great day.